How's it going, everyone? Hope you're having a good day. I'm gonna say hi to everyone who popped up in the chat here before we get into this. We got Chugly Doo here, Hemkesh Chenupi, Justin Gentry, Super Thrupper Maker, I guess, J-Lo, Bass Fishing Boy, World of Sin, 2 Madre, 3D Dreamor, Emerald Temple 444, Micah Medina, Stephen LOZ, Sig Billy. Let's see here. Denver Danger, Pedro Venezuela, Micah Medina, Yoinkin Tonic, Pedro Valenzuela. Wait, I already said hi to you. Only It's Me Re1 is here. Tariq Yassin is here. No You is here. Logan LeBlanc, Ryan Lista, Denver Danger, DeFox is here as well. Ultimate Keymaster is here. I think Edward Norton was here too. I saw him temporarily block someone earlier. Sebastian is here. Dude, stop with the N bombs, man. Stop with the N bombs, please, Steven. All right. Where's Mr. Pumpkin? He's behind me. He's chilling. He's kind of watching my backside today. Micah Medina says, Social Blade says that I'll hit 100K next year in August. If you're watching, subscribe. It can help him reach before 2021. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that almost everyone watching is a subscriber. We only have 29 people right now, which is fine. I do want to talk about this though. I think this is hilarious. Let me go to my Twitter profile here and grab the exact thing here. Alex Hutchinson is who we're going to be talking about here. So let me reorganize things over here. So I'm gonna have this go over here. I'm gonna have this be here. I want this thing over here because I'm gonna show you guys what we're talking about here with what's been happening with this Google Stadia stuff. It's weird. It's also weird because I just signed up for Google Stadia for a 1-month trial, but that's because of Immortal Phoenix Rising has an exclusive demo on there for the next week. That's for free, so you know I'll be playing that. Probably playing that over on Twitch actually. Ironically, actually, if you're just wait. Hold on, let me get the let me show you guys what's up here. We got media source, not media source. Where is it? Where is it? Dang it! Is this not showing? Is there something hidden here? Oh, there is. Hold on. All right, we want display capture. Hey, I don't want both displays up. That's the wrong display. Hold on. I know you guys don't see it. I just find it funny when it shows the wrong display. No, I want this display. There we go. All right. So this is what I want to show you guys. So this guy, Alex Hutchinson, he is the creative director of Google Stadia, as you see it says right here on his Twitter profile. All right. He said some interesting stuff today that, yeah, let's just get into it. It says, streamers worried about getting their content pulled because they use music. This is in response, by the way, to put context to this. This is about Twitch. Twitch recently, DMCA took down a whole bunch of video on demand and highlights from Twitch streamers that were using copyrighted music. Big no-no. I already know this. YouTube's even stricter about it. They're not even striking these channels. They're not taking away their ability to run ads. They're not taking their money away. They are just getting rid of video on demand content that has copyrighted music in it. They're not even punishing you if you're still using copyrighted music while you're streaming. You just get rid of video on demand stuff, which, yes, a lot of popular streamers make money off views on ads on video on demand. So I know it affects people, but hello, you used copyrighted music. We all know how strict copyrighted music gets. Like, you can't even play Just Dance without getting copyright claims. So, like, it is what it is. All right. So, Alex Hutchinson puts it out. Streamers worried about getting their content pulled because they used music they didn't pay for. Should be more worried. By the way, some of these people might have paid for the music. Some of these people literally might have actually paid for the music. We don't know if they paid for the music or not, but that's besides the point. Should be worried about the fact that they're streaming games they didn't pay for as well. A majority of streamers actually pay for their games. That's besides the point. It's all gone as soon as publishers decide to enforce it. The real truth is streamers should be paying the developers and publishers of the games they stream. They should be buying a license like any real business and paying for the content they use. He goes on to say, amazing to me that the people are upset at someone saying that the creators of the content should be allowed to make some of the money from others using their content for profit. Then, ironically, anyways, I'm going to hop online and stream some Fall Guys. Like, talk about tone deaf. So let's talk about this for a moment. This guy, Alex Hutchinson, works for Google Stadia as the creative director. So he's a higher up at the Google Stadia project. Just fuck off, dude. What he's saying is the handshake agreement that exists between streamers and publishers needs to go away because streamers make money. Never mind that the reason the handshake agreement exists between streamers and game publishers is because streamers and game publishers both benefit from the streaming of video games. Yes, streamers make money. They get content to stream. They make money. True. But you tell me that Fall Guys and Among Us are as big as they are, make as much money as they do, if it wasn't for streaming? If streaming didn't exist, would Fall Guys and Among Us be as big as they are? Serious question. Would Fortnite be as big as it is, making billions of dollars every year? Would it be as big as it is if it wasn't for streamers? Streaming makes games more popular, not less. It leads to audience members watching the game, purchasing that game, or if it's a free-to-play game, making purchases in those free-to-play games. Streaming creates game sales. There's a reason why people call it free advertising. It's not necessarily free, of course. Some is paid advertising. As an example, I looked this up. Dr. Disrespect, who now streams on YouTube, was paid by a publisher to play Rogue Company. Paid by that publisher to play Rogue Company. The day he played Rogue Company, the very first day, sales of Rogue Company, because it's free to play, but at the time you could only play it if you paid early for it. At the time, the sales increased by 45% that day. But remember, there's no benefit for the publishers by having streamers play their games at all. Never mind the fact that if the streamers aren't paying for the game, like they didn't buy the game themselves, right? They got the game for free, assuming it's not a free-to-play game. Say the Call of Duty or whatever, right? Say they got that game for free. Who do you think gave them that game for free? The publisher. And why did the publisher give them that game? So they stream it. In fact, publishers, especially with popular streamers, tend to not just give you the game for free, they also pay the streamer. They will give the streamer thousands and thousands of dollars to stream their game, to get it in front of their audience, so their audience buys the game. It's called a sponsored stream. Happens all the time. It's no different than when I get approached by people about putting ad spots in my videos, right? I have a VPN provider right now talking to me through email, trying to set up an agreement to run an ad on my videos. It's the same difference, except in the streaming world, yeah, you'll have those more traditional sponsors. We all know, like Ninja as an example. He's been sponsored by Red Bull forever. But we all know that, like, beyond traditional sponsors, another sponsorship way is to sponsor directly what you're doing. I've been sponsored in the past to do a live stream of Advent Fairy F. I did a stream of it. I streamed their online event for it, and then I streamed gameplay of it. I was paid for that. It was a sponsored stream. They gave me the game for free and then paid me for streaming it. What the fuck is wrong with that? As long as the streamer's being honest to their audience, of course. If the streamer's being deceptive, that's wrong. That's just morally, maybe even legally wrong. But as long as it's out there that it's a sponsored stream, okay. What the hell is the problem? What the hell is the problem? And why are you targeting streamers? What about us YouTubers? What about us? We use game footage all the damn time. Should we not be using game footage? It's baffling that, not that someone has this opinion. I could see if someone worked like Nintendo as a company used to have this opinion. But I could see someone from like a video game publisher maybe talking like this. This is the creative director of Google Stadia. This is a platform that provides games. And you know why he has this opinion? I can tell you exactly why he has this opinion. Game streaming has not increased profit margins for Google Stadia. So as an example, they have a free demo out right now of Immortal Phoenix Rising, a game that's coming to all platforms, not just Stadia. It's coming to Switch. It's coming to whatever. They have exclusive demo this week for 1 week, and you know I'll be streaming that demo. I'm not paying for Stadia. It's free. I can just use Stadia and stream that game. You know who's not going to benefit from me doing that? Google Stadia. Why? Because if that game looks good, if I'm having a good time, if people on the stream are enjoying that game, where are they going to purchase that game? They're going to purchase it on a Switch. They're going to purchase it on an Xbox, or they're going to purchase it on a PC or a PlayStation. They're not going to look to Google Stadia to buy that game, because the interest level in Google Stadia is down in the dumps. So yeah, I'll take advantage of Google Stadia because it's free right now, and I can play the demo of a game I really, really want to play, and I know that Google Stadia does work and probably works well enough for me to stream it on Twitch, but I'm just using it because I have to use it to play a demo, and because it doesn't cost me anything. If I had to pay to access that demo, I wouldn't even bother. So the reason he really has this stance is Google Stadia has seen no benefit from streamers. But go ahead and ask game publishers if they are seeing a benefit. Ask Ubisoft if anyone who streams Immortals Phoenix Rising this next week, because there's a free demo on Google Stadia, if they stream that Google Stadia version, ask Ubisoft if they don't see a bump in pre-sales for that game on other platforms. This is what I'm talking about. This guy is being asinine here. He wants to break the handshake agreement that benefits publishers and streamers. So what? It trickles down to developers? Let me explain something. And this guy's a businessman, right? Like, he should know this. Let's say by chance, I stream, say, I don't know. What's a good example? Let's say I stream Fortnite. Okay, free-to-play game. Weird example. But say I stream Fortnite. And because of this, Epic gets a cut of the ads that run on that stream, right? I don't think they can get a cut of the donations. I think that's a little too fishy to try to get a cut of donations. But let's say they get a cut of the ads that run on that, right? So say I make like $5 and Epic gets $2 of that $5 or whatever, right? I wouldn't really care, but for bigger streamers, it'd be a much bigger cut, much more money. So let's say that happens. Do you think that whatever Ninja streaming Fortnite and the ads that run on that and the thousands he makes off those ads, let's say half of that goes to Epic for streaming Fortnite. Do you think that money that goes to the publisher is going to trickle down to the developers who are contract employees, who have set salaries and bonuses if they're lucky enough to have bonuses in place? Do you think that extra money coming in from streamers would actually make it to developers? No, it's just going to line the CEO's pockets. So why the hell is this guy talking about giving some of this ad revenue and whatever else over to game publishers for us streaming the game when they already get a boost in sales from us streaming the game? How about this? I got it. How about this? Here's an agreement. Let's make an agreement right now. Fine. Look at me. game publishers, come here. You want a cut? Because, by the way, this isn't coming from game publishers. But let's say that he was speaking for game publishers. Come here. Come a little closer. I got something to tell you. You want a cut of my money when I stream your game? Then I want a cut of every single game sale generated by my stream. See how quickly game publishers agree to that. Oh, Ninja. Ninja comes out, and he's streaming the new Call of Duty. And during his stream, Call of Duty sales increased by 20% and say an extra 30,000 copies of Call of Duty sell because Ninja's streaming it. You think Activision wants to hand Ninja a cut out of 30,000 copies sold? Ha! But hey, you want to take a cut of his revenue, then shouldn't he get a cut of the sales he generates? Now, you could argue we can get a cut if they use affiliate links and all that, but you see what I'm saying? Like, that cut doesn't come out of Activision. Like, when you guys click on an Amazon affiliate link, and the content creator, say I put an affiliate link down in the description for some game or whatever, and you guys go and pre-order that game, Age of Calamity or something, right? I get a cut of that pre-order. That cut doesn't come from the publisher. That cut comes out of Amazon. Amazon's cut is taken, not the publisher. The publisher still got the full benefit of that extra sale I generated. Where's my cut from the publisher then? If the publisher should get a cut of my revenue, then I should get a cut of their revenue on the copy that was bought because of me playing the game. If we want to start taking this guy seriously about how, they should get money off of our streams, off of games we play for free that we actually spent out of our own pockets to play, then fine. Give me a cut of sales I generate. Fair, right? Fine. Take a cut out of my stream. Give me a cut of sales. Call it even. That's why the handshake agreement exists, because everyone benefits. Everyone benefits. There is rarely a game that is only streamed that doesn't generate extra sales. Find me a game out there. There is like some fringe examples of some indie games that are streamed that no one ends up buying. But they weren't buying the game anyway, so it's not like it negatively impacts the game. It's dumb. This guy is just dumb. The statement is dumb. It shows a complete misunderstanding of the streaming world. And then for him to have the gall to say, anyways, I'm going to hop on and stream some Fall Guys. He's doing literally the exact same thing he just said that shouldn't happen. Is he giving a cut of his Fall Guys stream to the Fall Guys devs? It's so dumb. It's so dumb. This also isn't the late 2000s YouTube anymore. Most Let's Plays and streams aren't using emulators anymore. Yeah, dude. People kind of stopped using the emulator stuff. Back in the day, like if you wanted to argue people were emulating the streams, okay. That is an actual argument I could understand, right? People using emulators and playing illegal copies of games. That's not the case anymore. Most people that are live streaming are playing legal, legit, owned, or given to them by the publisher copies. This stance could have made sense in the early 2000s or, whatever, to the mid 2000s. We're in 2020. Streamers have these legally binding agreements now with these companies, with Twitch and with YouTube and shit. We can't just go ahead and stream illegal shit. We get in trouble. We stream games we legally own. Because you could point a screen at, yeah, dude. Everyone has capture cards. Some laptops come with them built in now. And external capture cards are cheap. You can get them for like, what, $30 off Amazon? I think you can get like a 1080p capture card for $30. It's pretty cheap. I mean, granted, it doesn't mean your computer can run it efficiently. You still have to have a decent CPU spec and some decent RAM to run it. But anyway, so yeah, I'll be playing Stadia this week because I don't have to pay for it and they have a demo of a game I really want to play. But I ain't ever given them a dime of my money. I'm not going to buy Immortal Phoenix Rising on their platform. I'm probably going to buy it on like a Series X and then also buy it on Switch. And if the game looks good, I presume it's going to increase a few sales. Maybe a dozen extra sales for the game. It just won't increase the sales for Stadia. I think if streamers helped Stadia sell better, he'd be all for the streaming community because then Google's getting their cut. Granted, Google gets their cut already from super chats and shit, but I think you understand what I mean. Stadia has like a free mode and a paid mode. There's free and pro. Now, Stadia does offer, I found out today when I signed up here for Stadia, that they do offer some games that you can play for free. And there's extra games you can play when you're a pro. So, as an example, I have a free pro trial. That's what I'm using right now because why not? It's a whole month for free. In the pro trial, in the subscription, the $10 subscription, I get Dead by Daylight, Human Fall Flat, Super Bomberman R Online Premium Edition, Hello Neighbor, Hitman the Complete First Season, Gunsport, Super Shot Mind Control Elite, Rock of Ages 3, Make and Break, Strange Brigade, Player Unknown Battleground Payback Edition. Find it interesting. That's already a free-to-play game, isn't it? Or is Player Unknown Battlegrounds not free-to-play? I don't remember. Celeste, Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris, Orcs Must Die 3, Crata Premium Edition, West of Loathing, Just Shape and Beats, Metro Last Light Redux, Panzer Dragoon Remake, Little Nightmares, Super Hot, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, Jotun Valhalla Edition, Embry Early Access, SteamWorld Heist, SteamWorld Dig, SteamWorld Quest Hand of Gilgamesh, SteamWorld Dig 2, Destiny 2, The Collection, and Guilt. I get all of those for being having a free 1 month trial of Pro. I get those games. Okay. So let me see here. Let me click on. I'll link a Stadia controller. I don't have a Stadia controller. You don't have to use a Stadia controller. All right. So those are the games. Those are the Stadia Pro games. Okay. So I go home, and that's like all the games I have access to. Apparently, I can give a month of Stadia Pro to someone and get a month. Ooh. So dumb. All right. So and the thing is, I did this just so I could play this damn demo. Let me click on this demo. Play this for free. Play free. And you don't need a subscription. So let me sign into my right account here. Is it going to load up the game right away? Hey, there's Immortal Phoenix Rising. Play for free. Of course, getting here was a pain. Their store is a pain. This website's an entire pain. I think they built this to be ran out on PCs. Like, I bet you the app for phones is a lot more intuitive than their web browser version. Anyways, here it is. I could play Immortal Phoenix Rising the demo for free. Oh, by the way, I also get $10 off my next game purchase because that's just like a pro incentive. But they sell full games. Like, that game list is nothing. They have more games available. You just have to buy them at full price. I think I clicked on Assassin's Creed earlier. Assassin's Creed Origins, I think it was. And it was still $60. We have Valhalla coming out. Still $60. And I'm sure they'll use the argument of, oh, we don't set the game prices. The publisher set the game prices. We had a stream lately where the chat outright hated one dude for absolutely no reason. We had to manually approve every single message they type. Oh, YouTube doing? Yeah, I don't understand YouTube sometimes. Yeah, dude, I don't mind swearing as long as you guys aren't swearing at people and attacking people. I don't really care about swearing that much. So what's going on in the chat here? Guys, did you know that Nintendo Switch is the only portable console who have a monopoly for mobile? Not really. I mean, I guess it's not even the only dedicated video game portable. There's other ones. They just don't matter. You buy a console for $120. So, all right. So let me explain Stadia, Jumpman. Because it's just like xCloud in a way. So that $120 thing that you bought, you were buying a controller and you were buying a Google Chrome stick. You weren't buying a system. I want to be clear. Stadia can be played on your phone. It can be played on your Google Chrome web browser on any PC or laptop, even a Mac. Or it can be played using a Google Chrome cast for your TV, which is just like a Roku device or anything like that. So the 120 you paid for was to get a Pro subscription, which is $10 a month, and then to get a controller, and then to get the Google Chromecast. So you weren't really buying a system, and you don't have to do that, by the way. That was just that was what they had it at initially. If you wanted to play it right away last year, I think it was, you had to spend the 120. You don't have to do that now. You could literally go sign up right now, play it right now in your web browser. It won't cost you a dime. Play it with any controller you want. It won't cost you a dime. So, but the library that you can play for free is very limited. Almost all the games you want to play, you have to buy. That's the catch with Google Stadia. They do have some games you can play for free, but all the games that matter, you have to pay for. Yeah, Stadia is just really weird. Like, why do you have a subscription service that has some games, but then you have to buy other games? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Either make your streaming service a subscription service, or don't have a subscription. How hard is it? How hard is it? Stadia Pro is $10 a month. Now, what do you get with Stadia Pro? You get the games I listed earlier. Because they have a free version. Let's see here. Stadia. God, their Stadia website sucks. Used to be a lot better. But now that it's like fully launched, it's definitely intended to be used with like apps more than it is with the website. Gameplay reimagined. No console. No downloads. Try Stadia Pro. Free for 1 month. Play free games with Stadia Pro. Yeah, so you only get the free games with Stadia Pro. Okay? So Stadia Pro, the ultimate membership for $10 a month, you can cancel anytime. You get a 1 month free trial. You can cancel during the free trial, by the way. You never have to pay for Stadia Pro. You can just try it out for free. So you get those free games I mentioned earlier. They have new games that they add every month. Okay. Exclusive game discounts. I don't know what the game discounts are quite yet. The best gaming experience. So you get to play up to 4K HDR with 5.1 surround. That's what they claim. Most people aren't going to get 4K through their stream. The free version, you have to pay for all your games, all of them. Let's be honest. Again, most of the games you're going to want to play on Stadia, you have to pay for anyways. Yeah, it's just not as good as the other options coming down the pipeline. It's just not as good as xCloud. It's not as good as Amazon Luma. It's just not as good. That's all. Stadia was first to market with a product, and they were first to market with a product that works fine, but nobody wants to pay full price to stream a game. Nobody wants to spend $60 on a game to stream it. They just don't. What do you think of Amazon's take on cloud gaming Luna? I heard they're slowly rolling out early access. Yeah, they're slowly rolling out early access. I haven't heard any opinions yet on it, so I have to wait. I have to wait till I hear opinions, and we have to understand the full model they're going for. I think they're also going for a subscription model, which I think is what xCloud is trying to do. So Luna and xCloud, the competition there is going to be really, really interesting. Who's going to nail the subscription model and have the better library faster? Obviously, Xbox has the benefit if they could tie Game Pass into it, which will be interesting. But so at the start, when you needed to buy it, that's because they weren't fully launching it. They were not fully launching Google Stadia last year. Google Stadia didn't fully launch until this year. I know. I was critical of it too. I thought it was weird that you're only letting people who pay to get in. That's weird. When you said it's going to be free, but it's not. The thing is, it's free. You have to buy the games. That's all. You get 1080p streaming, but you have to buy the games. So it's not really free. Like, what's free about having to buy the games? I guess the free part is you don't have a console. I don't know. So the idea, Jumpman 64. So Google's argument to justify what they're doing is this is their logic, and I understand it to a point. It just doesn't make sense when competitors are going to be doing it differently. But here's Google Stadia's argument. We're always talking about new generations of consoles, right? We just are. We're always worried about having the latest and greatest stuff. Like if you're a PC gamer, latest and greatest GPUs and all that stuff. Well, if you use Stadia, you never need to buy a system. You never need to buy a console. You could just play on your phone. You could just play on the computer or on the devices you already have. So the idea is it eliminates the need to buy a console. It eliminates the console cycle. And buy the games like you would on any other system. Well, digitally, of course. Oh, you want to play the new Call of Duty coming out? $60, $70, whatever they charge for it, right? And then just play it. You don't have to buy a system. You don't have to wait for downloads. You don't have to wait for installs. They try to position it as, why spend $500 on a Series X when you could literally just spend $10 a month, get 4K, and not have to buy anything? That's the argument. That's the argument they are making for Stadia is, why buy a console when you could just spend $10 a month, get 4K, and then, hey, buy the games like you would on any other platform and play them. No load times, no this, no that, always the best graphics. That's the argument. The counter argument, of course, is that it is game streaming. So there's a lot of handshaking in between. There's a lot of latency in between. There's a lot of, hey, what's your internet connection at home? Are you wired? Are you on Wi-Fi? If you're playing on your phone, you're likely playing over Wi-Fi. Like, what is the give and take here? And I think Google Stadia works. Functionally playing games is fine. I don't have an issue with how Stadia works. I played it in the beta. But their competitors are coming out with subscription models where you subscribe and get access to all the games instead of buying the games individually. And when you're coming out with a subscription model versus you must buy each game individually for $60 a pop, it makes Stadia look like a really, really bad deal. And by the way, when you buy the games digitally, we all know you don't actually own your digital games. So, yeah, it's kind of it's a situation where if a world of xCloud and Luna did not exist and Google Stadia was all that was out there, I think it would do okay. OnLive used to do the same thing. OnLive was one of the original game streaming platforms out there, and you bought games individually. And people didn't criticize them because there weren't options at the time. If you wanted to not buy a system and stream games, there weren't a lot of options. But it's different now. There are options. This would be like Netflix doing what it does and just charging a subscription fee to access all the content, and then Hulu deciding, hey, you can sign up for a free account, but you want to watch any of our shit. You want to watch our The Boys season 1 and 2? That'd be $60 a season. And that's what it feels like in comparison to Netflix, where it's just $15 a month and you get access to everything. So it's just a different approach, and it's an approach that I don't think people like that much, to be completely honest. That being said, I need to break the streak here. 1 second. We gotta. Stadia's got no chance against a market that's doing that. If Stadia was on its own, I think it could be okay. But Stadia is not on its own. Stadia has competition that's doing it better, doing it cheaper. So Stadia is kind of in no man's land. I think they were hoping that xCloud was going to go their method. I think Google's hope was the way they were doing it is the way everyone would do it, but that's not the case. Thank you to myself. Let's be honest. I just really wanted to crack a beer. Everyone agreed Stadia was a joke. Google Stadia is very stupid. Sure. But I still can't let go of my physical games. Mr. Pumpkin's here. He's here. Don't worry. I'm taking good care of Mr. Pumpkin. He's a good dude. He tickles your earlobe a little bit. He doesn't have ears. Pumpkin. Yeah. Mr. Pumpkin can't get the hundos today. The hundos are gone. Bills were paid. Told you guys. Once we got to today, the hundos were gone. Ugh. The hundos were gone. Bright news is I got my bank account reopened. You guys probably didn't know that. My one of my bank accounts has been locked down for like a year. Won't get into that though. I guess I do have some money. I could do what you would do at a strip club, right? Get out the singles. Get out the singles. Want some singles, man? Or maybe I want a lap dance. Maybe I want a Mr. Pumpkin lap dance for 20. Huh? How's the 20 doing, Mr. Pumpkin? A little lap dance? No? All right. I guess he didn't want to give me a lap dance. It's all right. I can't blame him. Make it rain. But yeah, I don't have that money anymore. All those hundos. So that was literally just a day away from paying bills. I do some other paperwork I have to fill out for something else, but I'm gonna go print off the paper I need for that. Anyways, how you guys doing today? How you guys doing tonight? We don't have to keep talking about Google Stadia all night. That was just kind of the go-to topic. Oh, we got a one. Is that euro? Is that a euro we got up in here? Un euro? From Astra Magic? Or is it a pound? I never know the difference between the symbols. Cheers, man. I'm really bad with the currencies. Please, there are children watching. Why can't Netflix be the bad one? They're the one with the horrible... Oh, my God, here we go. Let's not get into that. And as for why Netflix wouldn't be the bad one, quote-unquote bad one, because Netflix is the one that popularized streaming in the first place. Like, of course, they're going to be used as an example of that. We have another Astro Magic just dropping it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Throwing those singles out there. Cheers, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support tonight. Yep, $1.12. $1.12. Adding it up. Adding it up. Adding it up. Making it rain. Making it all those singles rain, man. Drop a single. Let's mingle. How does YouTube get the money over to you if it's a different currency? They just convert it. They convert whatever the conversion rate is at that time. That's what you get. And conversion rates change like every single day. So yeah, Google just converts it live. So like right now I from him I have made roughly an estimated $2.30. It's a little bit less than that, but that's just it, they round up. But it's $2.24 technically. There's just a round up. They always round up. But yeah, it's whatever the exchange rate is at that time that the donation went through. And they just boop, they just convert it. What's up, Seahawks 24 rule? Welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, I got those pipe. Look at the python. I beat someone up over here. No, I'm not. Watching football, hoping the Giants. Oh, crap! I didn't check my fantasy team. Who got the touchdown for the Eagles? I think I have two of their players in that I forgot to swap out. Crap. So I have... Crap. Oh, Miles Sanders is out again? Okay, good. Good. I had him out. I had him on my bench. Okay. So I guess I just have Greg Ward. Let me look at my team here. I gotta go to the matchup. So he's got Boston Scott and Blake Martinez in. I have Greg Ward. So I need Greg Ward to get a tutty. Get a tutty, please, and thank you. Please. That's all I got going right now. So all right, we're good. Why is he projected to get so many damn points this week, my opponent? What's the guy going on? He's got DeAndre Hopkins. Good yay. Anyways. We're all right. Back to you guys. Now that I checked my team. €2. Doing homework. I have the Eagles D. My opponent has the Giants D. Nice. I don't know if I should get the Fire Emblem Limited Edition. It's tempting, but I never played Fire Emblem, or I'm interested. But like, dude, I know it's only $50 too to get like a little collector's item like that. It's kind of cool. New England Patriots have Cam Newton. Patriots have him. Starting quarterback for the New England Patriots. Is it already sold out? I wouldn't be surprised if it's already sold out. That doesn't shock me at all. Is anyone watching the debate tonight? I don't want to talk politics. I just want to ask one question for anyone watching it. Is it more watchable than it was last time? With all the changes they made. Is it more watchable? Or is it still a shit show? Is it still just... Now, I don't want to talk about who you're voting for or any of that bullshit. Just, is it watchable? The cartridge and box is great. Yeah, dude. It's probably like a glass or a... I thought it might have been glass because it looks glass, so it's probably like a clear plastic or something. It's not watchable, but it's better than last time. I will say that about the debate last time, I was entertained. I think the debates... I've thought this about every debate that our president's been involved in, whether it was with Hillary or now Biden. If you look at the debates, instead of looking at it as this big serious affair where real issues are going to be talked about, right? If you just look at it as like a reality TV show, it's pretty entertaining. It's pretty entertaining. That's the way I feel about it. It's just entertaining. You know, just entertaining. If you look, like, I've kind of, this isn't even because of the way things are now. Just in terms of politics in general, over like the last, I don't know, I'd say 20 years that I've paid attention. Yeah, I've been paying attention since like I became a teenager. I've just learned that politics is just another form of reality TV entertainment. It's pretty much all it is. Most of everything said by everyone's a lie. The things people promise, they rarely come through on. It's just, they spend 90% of their time campaigning. You know, if you're a senator and you want to stay in the Senate, you spend like 75% of the time that you're a senator campaigning to remain a senator. Like, it's just all bullshit. It's just all bullshit. The whole system's bullshit. That's just the way I feel. That's why we don't really talk about politics. It's just all bullshit. So it's just reality TV to me. I watch it now just to be entertained. Like if there's a quote unquote good debate happening, which every now and then you get like what people consider to be a good debate, I'm bored. I don't want a good debate. Good debates are boring because then what it means is it wasn't entertaining. That like when I hear, oh, that was a good debate, then it wasn't entertaining. It was boring. You just heard a bunch of mumbo jumbo for however long in a boring debate that none of it's gonna matter in the end and nothing's gonna change. Like, it's funny, too. Like, every time I watch a debate, it doesn't matter who it is or what it's for, any political-related debate, you'll hear, like, a question thrown out, whether it's for governor of my state or whatever. The question's thrown out there, and every candidate basically just avoids answering the question. Like, I'll say one thing about like one question I saw during this debate before the stream started. It was about what was Trump and what was Biden's plan to deal with COVID-19. Neither of them gave a plan. They were asked what their plan was. Neither of them gave a plan. It was hilarious. Like, everyone, expects, oh yeah, Biden's got this plan, and he has a plan on his website. But he was asked specifically in front of the American people to give a plan. And all he did was just talk around it. Trump did the same thing, of course. It's just hilarious. It was completely entertaining watching both of them have completely different approaches to just not answering the question. Like, it's entertainment. It's just pure entertainment. So, like, the last debate, which everyone agrees was just a big shit show, was one of the most entertaining debates I've ever seen in my life. I think people that get upset about it are people that just take politics so seriously to the point that they don't realize that the system has been broken for so long that no real differences are usually ever made out of it. It was hilarious. So yes, remember, you can have a good debate that is informational when candidates get their shots in, but answer the questions. Yeah, so you can. Okay, I've seen some election debates in the past that have been informational, and the candidates actually answered the questions. But here's where I still view it as entertainment. Watch them answer the questions, and then if they win the election, watch what they do while they're elected, and you'll slowly realize it doesn't matter who gets elected. They will say X, Y, Z, D, B, trillion. They'll say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do all this bullshit. And they accomplish like 1% of it. And you want to know why, especially in presidential debates are the worst. You want to know why they barely ever accomplish anything they claim they're going to do? Here's my plan. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's this. Here's that. It's because the president in office doesn't have the power to do any of that shit. The stuff that they debate about are things the president gets a say in, but isn't the deciding factor. It's the House and the Senate. The House and the Senate decide all this shit. Like, we always, I'm going to fix education. No, you're not. The House and the Senate are going to try to fix education. I'm going to fix the economy. No, you're not. The House and the Senate are going to decide, I'm going to shut down the borders. No, you're not. The House and the Senate will decide if shit gets shut down. And even then, they can't decide if the state's shut down. That's on the governor. So, like, even the governors can only do it for so. Like, it's just, they don't have the power to do any of this shit that they say they're going to do. That's what's so funny about it. That's why even when they give these serious answers, like, the serious answers are still bullshit. Because the office they're going into doesn't actually have the power to do the shit that they're claiming. Yeah, can they propose bills? Absolutely. But most bills proposed by presidents get shot the fuck down, completely rewritten and redone by the political party they're part of, and then brought to the floor. The presidents rarely have anything to do with the bills. It's hilarious. It's hilarious watching people actually think that even when there's a good debate, a good presidential debate, that the presidents can do anything that they're talking about. The presidents are nothing but a representative for the country. Their primary job is to help in negotiations with foreign affairs. So if they want to talk about how they're going to negotiate with China, they're going to negotiate with the UK, they're going to negotiate with France, they're going to negotiate with the UN, they're going to negotiate with all these countries. Abso-freaking-lutely. That's what the president is for. All this local, domestic shit, they barely get any say in any of it. They have veto power. They have veto power, and even the veto power can be overridden. Like, most of the shit that the president is actually responsible for has nothing to do with domestic. Unless it's wartime. If it's wartime, that's different. There's a shifting in how things work when we're at war. But we haven't been, like, we've been in war, but we haven't been in, like, you know, a war on our front in a long time, where, like, someone attacked our country. Like, we haven't been in a war like that in a long time. Cheers, Astro Magic. So that's why I always find, and I realized this like over a decade ago, when I started actually paying attention to what the presidents do once they're in power, and realizing they can't do any of the shit. Like, the thing is, we learn about this in the United States. We learn about this we learn about this shit in high school. What each branch of the government is responsible for. The president's role is important. So why are they talking about all the shit the president has no power over? Like, it's so dumb. It's so, like, that's why I just view all these things now as pure entertainment. The reason they talk about these things are because these are the issues that people base their votes on, not realizing that their votes matter way the fuck more for the Senate, way the fuck more for the House. Like, one of them isn't picked. Whatever. The point is, their vote matters way the fuck more for that shit than it matters for president. Whoever the president is almost irrelevant if you want to fix things domestically. You need to be paying a hell of a lot closer to your state fucking elections. And since most people don't pay attention to their state elections and just vote the party line, they have no idea what their candidate stands for. Just, oh, my candidate's a Democrat. Oh, my candidate's a Republican. No fucking clue what platform they stand on, because they don't pay attention to that. They go to the ballot, they check the box for what president they want, and then they go party line. It's dumb. It's dumb. And that's just, yeah, as ultimately, we learned about this in high school. I'm not stating anything that isn't publicly known. Like, we know what each branch of the government is responsible for. We know the president does not have the power to do any of the shit they're debating about tonight. Like, any of the shit they're debating about tonight, the president doesn't even, is barely involved in. They're involved on the fringes. They give advice. They get advisors. They give advice, but they don't actually make the laws. They don't really enact anything. They veto. The president is a check and balance, and then there for wartime situations, and there to deal with foreign policy. They're a representative of the country. They're not the lawmakers. They don't get to make the things. Like, what? Like, as an example, why don't we have, like, a second relief bill done? You know, where everyone says, "Oh, the American people need money. The American people need money. Oh, it's Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault." It ain't fucking Trump's fault. That shit didn't get past the House and the Senate. Trump ain't got nothing to do with that. It didn't get past the House and the Senate. Yeah, he could veto it, which just takes it back to the House and the Senate, and then they could pass it anyways. They don't need Trump's approval. They don't need the president's approval to pass it. All they do is they vote again. It's just so dumb. People just don't understand how the government in the United States works, and that's why nothing ever really changes. Like, everyone, wasn't there like a poll done? Like 80% or something of the people feel like the Senate and the House and everything is all messed up and all bad, but like something like 90% of people don't think it's their senator that's the problem, and that's why nothing changes. We don't change. We don't pay attention. We put everything onto the president when the president isn't responsible for most of it. So these presidential debates, they're a joke. They've been a joke for the entire time that I paid attention to them. Maybe they weren't a joke at one point. You know, maybe they weren't. And there is something to be said when you have a president of one party that also controls the House and also controls the Senate. There is something to be said about that, because pretty much nothing ever gets vetoed. Nothing gets checked and balanced. It just passes through, no problem. And that's a problem too. That's a problem too. When everything just passes through without being checked and balanced, that's a problem as well. That's not supposed to happen. That's the point of the different branches of the government, is that checks and balance in place. It's not supposed to just pass through, everything pass through like crazy. That's not the way it's supposed to work. But it happens sometimes. And so you could talk about that. Then it feels like the president has a ton of power during those situations when like, you know, let's say Trump's a Republican, right? Say the Republicans own the House and the Senate. It feels like the president's pushing a lot of shit through. It's still not the president's bills. He didn't write them. You guys honestly think the presidents ever sit down and write these bills? They don't write them. Their party writes them. They don't write this shit. They never have written this shit. They just veto or don't veto. They lobby or they don't lobby. Heck, you can argue the president's mostly a lobbyist when it comes to domestic policy. Anyways. Again, I don't like talking politics. That's why we're not going to talk about who you're voting for or get into, you know, the different issues. It's just statement of the facts. It's just stating the facts. We learned this shit back in high school. The president doesn't have the power that the people think he does. And they should know that because they all had the same high school class I did. Well, maybe, if they graduated high school. So, I mean, the president is important, but the importance of the president is in foreign policy, and then if anyone ever attacks us. If we get attacked, the president assumes control. But we haven't had that happen in so long. Like what, 9/11 was maybe like the one time, and even then, like it wasn't like, you know, when like Japan bombed Pearl Harbor or something. Like it wasn't like that. So again, like it's just such a rarity. The presidents are mostly just figureheads. That's all they are. And that's fine. Figureheads are important. It's just not as important as people think they are. So that's why I find debates hilarious. That's why I was just asking, hey, is it more watchable? To me, that means it's probably less entertaining. Probably still entertaining, though. Probably still entertaining. It's all reality TV at this point. It reminds me of like the student class president races. You guys know like student class presidents back in high school and shit? I'm going to be student class president, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and they accomplish none of it. Because they don't actually have the power to do that shit. It's not any different. Anyways, do I like Legos, dude? I love Legos. Yeah, I don't want to get in, again, we're not going to get too into, like, deep into literal politics, you know, going into the actual issues. I don't want to do that, Philip. But, yeah. Legos are great, dude. The Reginator party and the Doug Bowser party. Yeah. What's my favorite Lego set? Oh God, let me find it quick. They don't make it anymore. Hold on, they don't make it anymore. I'm pretty sure they don't make it anymore. It's a vintage. Find it on eBay here. Is it going for $100 now on eBay? It's not too bad. Is this the one I had? I gotta make sure this is the exact one I had. Yeah, this one. This is my favorite right here. I'll link it in the chat. It's available on eBay for $100. It just takes me back to my childhood. That's why it's my favorite. There's better, fancier ones now, but that Lego set that I put in the chat, that was my jam as a kid. Still my favorite to this day. Yeah, I didn't go to half my government classes, and I still all know this. People give this way more importance than it really has. Do I play Mario Maker 2? Not anymore. I did back when it came out. I like the old castle Lego set. Yeah, that was my man. I had the King's Castle. That was a huge deal when I got it, because I hardly had any toys as a kid. I just had hand-me-downs from when my dad was a kid. But this was something new I got for a Christmas one year. Huge deal when I got it, dude. I played the hell out of this castle set, man. Dude, I used to take that thing outside and dig like a literal moat around it in the yard. Parents would get pissed about that, but it was great. Your friend has that set? Nice. What's your favorite video game? It's Breath of the Wild. Just play Crown Tundra. Nice. Yeah, dude. I dug a moat, man. It was great. Yeah, I had a vivid imagination as a kid, dude. I was the ultimate. I was part of King Arthur's Round Table while also being a Power Ranger and a Ninja Turtle all at the same time. Oh, and by the way, I was learning the ways of the Force at the same time as well. Learning how to Force choke and throw lightsabers. Yeah, don't mess with me, dude. I was the ultimate warrior. You don't mess with me when I was a kid. No one defeats the Power Ranger, Ninja Turtle, Jedi in training, Knight of the Round Table. Don't mess with me. Like, oh, where's your Superman? Where's your Flash? Dude, like, comic book things, like, comic books were a thing, but there weren't, like, a lot of TV shows based on that stuff. So the media that I consumed was a lot of the TV-based stuff at the time. So I wasn't, there was Superman. I did want to be Superman because of the Lois and Lane show, the Lois and Clark. You guys remember that old show? It used to be on, like, NBC or something. So I was interested in Superman because of that show. I watched that show a lot, but I never thought I could be Superman. I was okay just being the kick-ass, the kick-ass everyman that I already was. I didn't need to add Superman into the mix. Just too powerful, then. Too powerful. I can't be defeated. With Terry Hatcher. Read your messages. Yulia. Okay. Little backdrop. Yulia, my lovely fiance, she was struggling. She's at work right now, and she was trying to get her homework done, right? Okay, and she was struggling with her homework, trying to get it done in time, and she was worried about her laptop dying because she didn't bring her charger with. She's working extra hours tonight that she wasn't originally planning to. Anyways, she was struggling. She just told me, I finally got it done. Guess I work better under pressure. Maybe I should be a surgeon. Maybe you should, baby. Maybe you should be a damn surgeon. To be fair, I work better under pressure. I really do. I really do. When I have all the time in the world, I bomb out, man. I had all the time in the world that first time I took my final in the class. Didn't do that hot. Second time around, a little bit of pressure. Last day, last chance to retake my final. Got a 97% on that bitch. I don't know what it is, man. Pressure. Pressure makes me perform better. I perform. Honey, you know what it is? You perform in the clutch. If you were a sports player, you'd be clutch as fuck. You might suck for 3.5 quarters of that NBA game, but you know what? Game on the line. Need to make that damn shot to win. Goddamn. Pass it to Yulia for the 3. She's gonna swish. She's gonna look like she's been doing this shit her whole life. We both got bed frame. Hey, we're getting a really nice new bed frame. So, but yeah, in the clutch, man. That's all. She's a clutch performer, and I can speak from experience. Yulia performs in the clutch in every way. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh man. Please tell us what it's like digging into Nate's brain. Yulia is the only person who truly knows and understands me. I'm sure it's fascinating being the only person who knows and understands me. If Doug Bowser puts pressure on you, I guess the Switch will reach 600 million. 600 million. God, where are my goddamn contacts? I know they're not coming till like November, but ugh. Hey, we just got a $1 donation from John. John with the old $1 tip. Hey, Nate, try not to wear out the new bed frame on the first night. If we wear it out on the first night, I'm taking it back. It has a warranty. I'm taking it back. So, true story. When we were shopping for bed frames today, went to a few furniture stores because, bed frames are something that I always feel like you should see in person. You shouldn't just buy them online and then hope. Cheers. So I literally walked up to every bed frame we looked at and just shook the hell out of it. And if I couldn't shake it, it's solid. If I could shake it, pass. Pass. This one, I can, if you have like something on top, like I'm sure if you have like a flower pot, it would wobble a little bit. Like the whole frame wasn't moving. You just get that little bit of shake. So like, yeah, I was shaking the piss out of them. Now there were some that were more expensive than the one we got that were more solid, but we had certain features we were looking. Like if we were gonna get a new bed frame, we were gonna get a nice one for starters. I wasn't gonna let us get some cheap piece of shit. No, we ain't getting no $400 piece of shit that we're gonna break in a week. So we got a nice one. It originally was $1,300 or something like that. We got it for $400 off. Every place is still selling it for that price, but the one store that had it on sale for like 33% off or something. Anyways, it has drawers on it. Didn't have to have drawers, but we kind of like the idea of having some drawers. It has a little bookshelf. Maybe when it comes next month, it's supposed to be coming by the 20th, I think, of November. They're going to come and set it up for us. Maybe I'll take some pictures for you guys and show you guys what the final product's like if people are interested. Because maybe you're bed frame shopping and you want to know, hey, what the hell does Prime and Miss Prime sleep on? And do I want to partake? No, you can't partake, but you can buy it for yourself. But yeah, dude, I'm like, okay, is this solid? And literally, I would lift up the beds and see the construction. Like, guys, I was like anything we were seriously considering buying, I was examining it, man. I was lifting up the mattress and looking at how it was constructed underneath. I was making sure whatever we bought could withstand a monsoon or some shit. I don't know. Because monsoon season's coming, and it needs to be ready. I regret that question. Why would you break one? Yeah, we're not gonna. If you don't know how it would break, you'll get there someday. I just like buying perfume online. It's just like buying perfume well, if you already know what perfume you like. If you already know what perfume you like, that's different. Buy it online. Like, I now know a cologne that I really like, but I tried it in person, bought it in person. If it's not available in person next time, I'll just buy it online. But that's because I already know what scent I like now. So, yeah, you can buy it online. Just you can't buy it for the first time online unless you already know what it smells like. Better question is, why wouldn't you break one? Well, if you have one that's built to last, you wouldn't break it. Like, one thing we were looking at actually at one point was log cabin ones, because those ones are really damn sturdy. Those are like almost impossible to break. But because there's ones you can get that are so sturdy you're not going to break it. And that's what we wanted. We wanted something super, like, this isn't like the most sturdiest one we could have gotten in the whole world, because there were ones that were way sturdier, but I mean way out of our budget. We weren't about to drop $2,000 on a bed frame. So next up is probably a new mattress. I don't know. I'm actually okay with our mattress. I don't know if Yuli is okay with it, but I'm all right with our mattress. It doesn't bother me too much. I could sleep on it. I'm pretty comfy on it. But we want to get a king eventually. We want to upgrade. We sleep on a queen. We want to get a king eventually, but that's future goals when we get a new house and all that crap. We'll get a king bed then. We don't really have room. We were looking at king frames a little bit, but we don't really have room in our room to put a king. Even the queen takes up a bit more space in our room than I like, so I'm just not downsizing to like a full fuck that. The creative director of Assassin's Creed 3 is at Stadia Games Entertainment. Nice. But Nate, that just sounds like a challenge. Also, you said log cabin, and my mind went, the syrup? Challenge. Did you buy the Lego Nest or any of the Lego Mario sets? No. I do not. Not because I don't want them. It's expensive. Legos are expensive, man. I don't buy a lot for myself, so I try not to anyways. I try. Doesn't mean that I'm always successful at it, but I try not to buy much for myself. I got no problem spending like $100 and sending Yulia flowers at work or some shit. But like spending money on myself, I just don't do it that much. Why does the internet say Stadia is in California when the executives are in Quebec? I think the business location is legally in Cali. I don't know. It's all about taxes, so I don't know. The executives might be in Quebec because they get a better tax break by having their paychecks go to Quebec. It's all about taxes, so it beats me. I love adult sets, but I'm too broke to afford. Dude, there's so many Star Wars sets I wish I had. They're so damn expensive. And I'd love all the new castle sets too. So damn expensive. Because like I'm not talking about like the little add-on sets. I mean, I want the big boy sets, dude. So expensive. Like, you want to talk about an expensive hobby. That was video games is an expensive hobby. Lego is an expensive hobby. Lego has video games beat by a mile. You have to buy Minecraft for your Switch. You lost a bet. Am I playing Watch Dogs when it comes out? Watch Dogs Legion? I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of things to play this holiday, so I don't know if I'll get around to Watch Dogs. Don't know. Do I like Funko Pop figures? They're okay. I don't really collect them, though. They're cute. Ole, 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 ole. Oh, by the way, the stream's done in like 17 minutes. I have to go do some homework. I have to finish cleaning the house and do some homework and shit. Because Yulia has homework. I don't have everything due today. But everything's due tomorrow. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the original Fire Emblem game? Haven't played it. I know it was like remade at one point, but I've never played the actual original. Dude, Mario Kart Live looks great. I almost kind of want it for myself. I know it's $100 or $120 or whatever it is. I kind of want it for myself, to be completely honest. Yeah, Stadia stuff's been gone over. Long story short, guy's a dumbass. Dumas. What a dumbass. Honestly, now Mario Kart Live looks freaking awesome. Dude. Mario Kart Live looks great. And like the software is like a full Mario Kart experience. I'm honestly surprised. Mario Kart Live, man. I never thought it'd be something I'd be that interested in. I knew my kids would be, but now like I actually kind of want to play it. I don't really have the house for it, you know, because I don't think it would run well on my carpet. So I'm trying to think where I would even build a course in my house. I mean, I guess in the laundry room where there's cement. I don't know, Sonic Man. I don't know what happens. I haven't seen anyone try cheating yet in any of the videos I've seen, so I don't know what happens. It does run on carpet, but it runs better on the non-shaggy carpet. So I'm not saying that it doesn't work on carpet. It just the camera wobbling like this the whole time is like really not fun. I've seen video of it. It's not fun. For the low price of because you're including the price of switches. You know you can use a Switch Lite, so you can cut some of that price off. Yo, woohoo for no notifications! Start your streams 1 hour later, please. No, thank you. I have a schedule in real life that I have to maintain. I start streams an hour later. My streams are just done an hour sooner. Do 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 do. Well, not really done an hour sooner. There's just less of a stream, I guess is the way to put it. Less of a stream. But I still can't stream past a certain time. I got shit I gotta get done. Could I? Could I technically stream the rest of the night? Sure. And then I'm screwing myself for tomorrow, so no thanks. No thank you on that. I do not want to set myself up for failure. Good for all the boys and girls. Do, 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 do. Gotta drink that water. H2O. Gatorade. Do a 24-hour stream? Just plan in advance? No thanks. I can't do a 24-hour stream. Let me explain why. Not only because I'm older. But I have 3 children. So think about this. For 24 hours, I need my children to not be home. Okay? So someone else has to take them. Fine. Let's say I get my mom to take them Friday night and say Saturday night. Say she takes them for, the weekend. Okay? There's my 24-hour period. I also have to not spend any time with Yulia for a full day. I mean, sure, she could pop on the stream here and there. I also can't sleep, which is not good for my health at my age. I'm in my mid-30s now. I ain't young anymore. And then I need time to recover. So if I do a 24-hour game stream, or any stream, doesn't really matter what I'm streaming, by the time I'm done, then I need a whole day to recover. So now I need someone to take my kids for another day. Got to remember, I'm a parent. I can't be doing that kind of crazy shit anymore, man. The days of the marathon streams, of 24 hours is done. Does that mean that I'm not going to do like a launch stream for Breath of the Wild 2 and stream for 6 hours straight? Well, no, I'll probably going to do a launch stream for Breath of the Wild 2 and stream for 6 hours straight on Twitch. But let's be real here. Like, I ain't doing no 24-hour bullshit, dude. I got other shit in my life that's more important than me playing games on stream for 24 hours. Just leave the camera on when you do 24 hours when you leave. So what you mean is leave the camera on for 20 hours of the 24 that I won't be here? Nate, who were the winners of the last stream? It was just one winner. It was John. I think the same one who donated earlier, the $1. I can survive the 24 hours. I can't do it. It's not about surviving. It's about I have a life, guys. I have 3 kids. I'm in full-time college. I have a job. I can't just abandon my life to live stream for 24 hours. Now, if my job was live streaming, let's put it this way. If I knew Let me put it this way. If I knew that I could stream for 24 hours, and during that stream, I would make a massive chunk of money, I'd probably find a way to make it work. But that ain't guaranteed. And then I'm just doing it for the money. So then it'll probably suck. Like, I already stream. Like, you know, as an example, I've made what, $5 tonight? Woo! $5, baby. I mean, come on, that's not enough to justify a stream. But I don't stream for the money. If I happen to make money on my streams, great. If I don't, oh well. But like, if I'm doing 24 hours and I'm abandoning all of my real world responsibilities and my life to do it, then yeah, I'm sorry. It has to be because I know I'm going to make a shitload of money. And I wouldn't. J-Lo, $15. Thank you so much, J-Lo. Just as I was saying, man, I've only made $5. There's J-Lo hitting me with the $15 make you holler. Well, I got to finish up my lab report for tomorrow. Have a good one, mate. Hey, yeah, thanks. I got a lab report I got to do tonight, too. That's why I got to cut off the stream in 8 minutes. I got a lab report I got to go work on. That's Zelda's edited blood, which I remember. Oh, I have Zelda's edited blood. Never mind. Mr. Pumpkin will do it for you. It's not about Princess Zelda. It's about the Zelda series edited blood. It's not about Zelda the character. To be clear. As I drop. Well, thanks, JLo. I appreciate the $15 on your way up. That reminds me. I don't have to change the bank on my Streamlabs account anymore because I got my bank back. Oh, man. Look at me being a responsible adult. Who's this responsible adult guy? I don't know who the fuck he is. No. Okay, I'm not withdrawing the balance. So I'm trying not to withdraw any stream donation balance until the next month. I'm trying to let all the donation money kind of just pile up. And then I take it out around the same time that I would normally get my donations in the past when I wasn't using donation links. Which, by the way, guys, the way JLo donated and John donated, that's the preferred method over Super Chats. You know? That's the preferred method. Use that Streamlabs link. Also, you want to see me game stream? This Friday night, I will be game streaming over on Twitch. I'll be streaming for probably a couple hours. Haven't decided what I'm playing yet. But why don't you guys head on over there? Head on over to old Twitch. I play anything, by the way. It doesn't have to be Nintendo. I play Nintendo, PC, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever I feel like playing. It's whatever game I feel like playing. But head over to twitch.tv/Nintendo Prime TV. Link is in the description. Thank you, Brian C., with the $2. So yeah, I just play whatever I feel like. Yeah, I'm game streaming over there. All my game streams are exclusive to Twitch. Cheers. Actually, I know what I'm going to be playing. I'm going to be playing Immortals Phoenix Rising on Google Stadia, a demo. I'm sure I can get 2 hours out of it. So you want to see some Immortal Phoenix Rising, baby? I'm going to be playing that over on Twitch on Friday. I already know that's the whole reason I signed up for Google Stadia today was to play that. Since it was for free. Yeah, I know I've already been over. Well, that's the thing. I changed my mind, but I already know I'm going to play it. Like I'm going to avoid playing the demo until then. So I don't, now I get bored. I don't want to beat the demo. I want to get a raw first experience playing the game. Telekinesis. You have mind control. Mr. Pumpkin. Who created the Mr. Corey? Is that you? Corey tends to do things like this. And see what's happening now. Now I have a false view on my channel. I'm going to lose all my revenue. Knowing my luck. I don't actually know if that's going to happen. Man, hold on. Is this true? Let me refresh. Okay, that's fucking bullshit. Why do we only have a 91% like to dislike ratio on this stream? God damn it. Get those likes up there. I don't care if we have 30 people. Let's hit 50 likes. Jesus. 91%. What are you guys mad at me? Who's mad at me? Who disliked my stream? I'm going to find you and I'm going to kick your dog. No, not really. Maybe it was when we were talking about the politics stuff for a moment. People get mad about that shit. I got 4 dislikes. Stadia fanboys. Stadia fanboys were in the house, huh? And the thing is, I'm literally going to be using Stadia. If you like Stadia, like if there's anyone who likes Stadia, it's okay to like Stadia. You know, I get it. The arguments Stadia makes for using them over a game console are still legit. I mean, they're still legit. They're legit arguments. They're just not very good arguments over using xCloud and Luna or whatever it is. But it's not. But technically, those aren't publicly available yet. So I can see using, like, if you're into the game streaming, I can see you using Stadia until those other better platforms come out. I can see that for sure. Yeah, Brian, see, that's the whole thing. Stadia works really, really well. But it's not a subscription. I mean, it is. They had basically. Let me say, their subscription is basically like being part of Xbox Live or PlayStation Network, where you get like a free game every month. So there is that, but I mean, the free games usually aren't that exciting. So really, if you're a Google Stadia thing, you're paying full price for games. But like, I don't know. I'm a Google Stadia Pro member right now, and I'll probably try out some of the other games that are in the Pro membership that I haven't, played much of before. But because I've had positive experiences actually playing games with it. But so it needs to be a Netflix model, because that's what everyone else is doing. They're not going to survive. They're probably barely surviving as it is. Why don't you have a pork bun in your hand? Dude, I make some good homemade pork buns, man. It's not really renting though, Philip. We got to be careful here. Buying a digital game on Stadia is just like buying a digital game on Switch. Likewise, when your Switch breaks, just like when they eventually stop the Stadia service, you can't play it anymore, because once the eShop goes down, of course. Like, it has to be understood that it's just a digital game purchase. That's all it is. It's just a digital game purchase. It's not a rental. You're not renting it for a period of time. If people feel, okay, let me rephrase this. People feel like you are renting it because they don't think Stadia is going to be around. If we knew Stadia was going to be around for decades, you wouldn't say that's a rental, because you'd have it for decades. That's not a rental at that point. But people don't believe the Stadia is going to stay around. That's why they feel like it's a rental. As for not true on Switch, you can still load it and have it on an SD card. Yeah, but you're not supposed to take the SD card info and put it on your computer. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, I guess, with that a little bit, where you're not supposed to, but we know people do it. No, it isn't. If the eShop service and the internet die, I can still play the game on my Switch. Sure. So let's use the Wii U as an example, right? You bought a bunch of games on the Wii U, Virtual Console, all that shit, right? They pull the online service on the Wii U. eShop no longer exists. You can't re-download anything anymore. Okay? Your Wii U dies. Inexplicably. It just dies, right? It happens. You know? Maybe water gets in it. Maybe a natural disaster. Maybe it just dies. Just hard drive failure. Whatever. Something happens, right? It doesn't work. It gets bricked. You buy a new Wii U. You can't get your games back. Do you really own them? You can't get them back. Your ability to play those games forever is completely dependent on, one, your system never failing, and two, the servers being available to re-download it. Think about it logically. When you buy a digital game, the longevity of that game is completely dependent on your system never failing, unless you're going to hack you can hack your systems and stuff like that, but through normal methods, because let's just say most people do not hack their devices and load their games on their PC. A majority of consumers don't do this. So I'm going with the majority consumer use case, not the special cases where you could technically hack and back up your files on your computer, right? We're going with the normal use case. Normal use case is once that eShop service is pulled, you have until your device dies to play the game. And these devices don't last forever. They just don't. So when you buy digital, it's kind of sort of the same thing. It lasts as long as everything that's required to play it lasts. Whereas when you own physical, you could just buy a new Wii U. You could fix your Wii U and, replace the hard drive, replace whatever you need to replace, and put your physical game back in and play. Now, it's a little different on most platforms right now because most games, I shouldn't say most, a lot of physical games on PlayStation and Xbox today, we're not talking next gen, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, a lot of games are unplayable without the day one patch. Like, you literally can't play the game without the day one patch. You can install the game off the disc, but you cannot launch the game without the day one patch. So when those servers go down, even some of those physical games, if you need to reinstall them, are unplayable. It's a weird realm we're in right now where Xbox and PlayStation are honestly moving in the same direction PCs moved ages ago. This is why most PCs, laptops, desktops, don't come with a disk drive anymore. Because it moved into all digital. Because it's more convenient. And that's what's happening, by the way, with home consoles right now. PlayStation and Xbox have seen digital growth over the last 2 years that are so high that they're going to outpace physical. They're going to outpace physical in the next 2 years. They're going to outpace physical in the next 2 years. So, you're going to end up with platforms at some point in the future where physical is next to irrelevant or doesn't exist anymore. Now, Nintendo's different. Nintendo went back to cartridges. Because they went back to cartridges, they don't need to install games. Game installs are everything. The moment you had to install games on the other platforms, they became just like PCs. And PCs got rid of physical media because of game installs. So, if you have to install the game anyways, why have a disc? The disc is nothing but a keylogger at that point. Let's be honest. What are discs on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X? They're keyloggers. They are access keys. That's all they are. They serve no other purpose than to give you an access key. That's it. That's it. They're just a license key on a piece of plastic. Because you have to install the game anyways. Nintendo's different. They could have went that route after Wii U. They could have kept having a disc system, a disc-based system, mini disc system, whatever. They didn't because they knew the way things were going, you were going to need faster loading of games. So they went with cartridges. Cartridges use flash memory. Flash memory is faster than discs. Because of that, you do not need to install the games. Now, is there still a benefit to installing a game on an SSD over using a game cartridge? Of course. But the memory inside the Switch, the micro SD cards we put inside our Switches, it's comparable to a cartridge. Technically a little bit faster, depending on which micro SD card you add. You can get a little bit faster loading times than you can with a digital purchase over the physical. But it's so close that physical, they can just run it right off the cart. So Nintendo saw that one of the number one convenience factors of systems vanished last gen. And that is, you stick your disc in the system and you play your damn game. That was always the big advantage over PC, because PC always required installs. On consoles, it was stick the disc in and play. No wait. No wait. Just play the damn game. Now there's wait. Now it's basically a PC, which is great in many aspects, but in terms of the convenience factor. So, Switch kept the convenience factor. Stick the cartridge in and play the damn game. Now, some games still require day one patches. That is still a thing on Switch. There are some games, third-party games in particular, that still require a game one patch to play. So it's still a problem. But I would say a vast majority of the Switch's library, you could stick the card in and play the game without a patch. There might be a patch available, but you'll have the option to launch the game without it. That is a vast majority of games on Switch. So Switch rolled back the clock and kept that convenience. There's a cost to it. Cartridges are more expensive, so games on Switch tend to be a bit more expensive because cartridges are more expensive. So there is a cost to doing what Nintendo did. But the benefit is, stick that baby in and play. You don't have to install. Now, some games still require the installs. NBA 2K. You buy the cartridge, you still can't play without the install. Or without downloading the extra data. Doom, you can play, I think, single player, is on the cart. But if you want to play multiplayer, you got to download. So there's still games that are like that. But again, they're third-party games. Most of the library, I would say, and even most third-party games, you could just play right off the cartridge and be good to go. I would also devalue Nintendo's games as well, so very smart move. It is what it is, you know? And the thing is, I'm not faulting Sony and Microsoft. Microsoft especially. I'll never fault Microsoft. They're a PC company. It makes sense that their platform runs like a PC. Like, literally, oh man, you have to install games. Of course you do. They're a PC company. Like, you should expect that to be the case. But Sony went that route too. And to be fair, there's so many benefits to running games off the SSDs versus running them on a disc. If you still had to run the games on a disc, or even on a cartridge, like, dude, it's not as good as running off it. I mean, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X are using Gen 4 SSDs. Like, dude, you're not going to get those speeds on a cartridge. It's not going to happen. So, like, think about it. Oh, man, Call of Duty is 100 gigs or whatever. Fuck, you would need 100 gigabyte freaking Gen 4 SSD cartridge to get the same speeds. The Call of Duty itself would cost fucking $200. Like, Jesus Christ. So, like, they can't do that. If they want to take advantage of SSD tech, they can't do that. So, I'm not faulting them for what they're doing. It's just, it is one of the convenience factors. And really what it does is it makes a strong case for PC gaming. And I'm a PC gamer, so I'm not going to complain about that. I'm really not going to complain about PC gaming getting kind of a, hey, PC game, cool. It's just, you know, I understand why they're doing it. That's all I can say. Anyways, I've stayed about 10 minutes longer than I planned, so I got to go. I got shit I got to get done. I got homework I got to get done. So thank you guys for tuning in. It's been real. It's been fun. Me shout out to all of the super chats and donations tonight. Myself, thank you to Nintendo Prime for the $1. Astra Magic did 3 separate €1 donations, so thank you for that. We had a new follower over on Twitch as well, Hector Miguel Munez Flores. Thank you for following over on Twitch. We also had a new follower in Trish. I can't pronounce that last name, but thank you so much for following over on Twitch as well. We had John with a $1 donation through the donation link. We had J-Lo with the $15 donation to the donation link. And then Brian C. hit us with a $2 super chat about 15, 16 minutes ago. Thank you so much for that support. You guys are great. Be sure to check back, because I don't think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow much on YouTube anyways. Be sure to go to my game stream tomorrow night, though. You're going to want to go over to Twitch at twitch.tv/Nintendo Prime TV. We're going to be playing Immortal Phoenix Rising. It is coming to Switch. You're going to want to check that out. Let's experience that game together, folks. Let's see if Ubisoft nailed it or if it's another dud. Catch you guys in the next one.